Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? Right now, you are listening to the greatest podcast in one, two, three galaxies. But, ladies and gentlemen, we just call it Online Marketing Moves. And we are coming to you live today. Today is May the 2nd, 2021. At the time of this recording, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes in life, we're going to quote the great Popeye. That's all I can stand. I can't stand no more. All right. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to talk about your breaking point. Now, we all have a breaking point, in any kind of thing, relationships, friendships, business, anything, you you wanting to accomplish a goal and it's been, let's say you want to lose 10 pounds and it's been 6 months and you haven't lost it yet. What are you going to say? You either going to go over that hump, step over it, cross that line, or you're going to just say, forget about it. It's not a, you know, gray area sometimes. Sometimes when you push comes to shove, you just have to say this is either going to be black or it's going to be white. One of the two. There's no in between, no go in between. You know what I mean? So, and I bring this up because today I was going to watch my second favorite team, Manchester United, take the pitch and watch them, play today. And apparently, some of the fans wanted to voice their displeasure, so they decided to take the stadium. They went to the stadium to protest, and things got a little out of hand, and they postponed the game. But those fans, they said, "That's all I can stand. I can't stand no more." And we've all come to that point, and sometimes in life, in different situations, and you will come to that point as well, especially when it comes to, let's say this business that we're in, the online marketing business. All right, the internet marketing business. You'll be going, and then you'll reach a point to where you might be comfortable with it. Let's say you're making $3,000 a month, and you've been doing this for a year now. And you're like, I like making $3,000 a month. It's cool with me. But then you say, you know what? I want to make more than that. So you try to make it, and a couple months go by, it doesn't happen, and then you say, you come up, say, you know what? This is my breaking point. I'm either gonna jump over this hurdle, or I'm just gonna have to stick with the 3,000, And this happens to all of us. We've all come to this point in different things in life. I remember when I was struggling in the truck driving, and I told myself, I said, we either gonna get this down pat, or I'm just gonna have to quit and go find something else to do, And it was about my, I think, fifth year, 6th year, and I was just like, I'm either gonna go all the way in with this thing, or I'm just not. Because in the beginning, I wasn't really trying to learn too much of the stuff, because I'm like, a few months I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna be out. But I kept going, and then by the year 5, I'm like, all right, I need to start knowing the whole. If I'm gonna do this full time, because it's been 5 years, so apparently I'm not going anywhere. So at that point, it was the breaking point. So I said, I'm either gonna learn a lot, or I'm not. I'm just gonna quit. And I decided to learn a lot. And 10 years, 11 years later, you know, now I'm comfortable with saying, all right, I know I can do something else now. But because I wanted to be all both feet in, so that happens sometimes. And it's the same when it comes to you in this business. You have to say, all right, you know, you, let's say it's just like that. We talk about producing content on a regular basis. You tell yourself, hey, I want to produce content. Hey, I want to produce content. And then you don't produce content. And it's like, what's up? You're either going to produce the content or you're not. It's not a, well, this reason, that reason. No, you find a way, you figure things out. You write, let's say you are at work and you get a 30-minute lunch break. Record in your lunch break, shoot a video in your lunch break, or write in your lunch break. Do what you have to do. You know what I mean? Like, I used to have this story. I would say, well, I can't record a podcast because I'm on the truck. blah 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 blah. And then I thought to myself, come on, I got to come up off this BS. If I really want to do this thing, then I need to record from it. Doesn't matter where I'm at. And we took that attitude, and I just started recording from any and everywhere, and it's been working out. And we, like I said, we all have these points. We all have these, these times, in any facet of life where it's just like, you know, you either going all the way with it or you're done with it. It's no go between. It's not black and white. It's very simple, and I want to say another thing. This is where people fall into the self-help trap. And you want to be careful about that. You're thinking, oh, I'm not reaching my goals, or I'm not doing this and I'm not doing that. So I need some self-help maybe. Self-help is the word self-help is, you help yourself. You can read 100 self-help books, but you're gonna be in the same position if you don't take it upon yourself to do the necessary things. You have to, at the end of the day, we are all accountable for our actions. We are all accountable for the things that, the mistakes, the screw ups, everything that we have done in life. We are all accountable for that. And sometimes when it's tough, but sometimes you have to face it. Like if you haven't worked out in 2 years and you're overweight and you're like, well, my thyroid, it's not your thyroid at this point. It's because you like to lay in bed, you like to eat, and you like to watch TV and you don't want to work out. And you just have to say, hey, that's what I've been doing. And it's not, nobody's gonna blame you for it, you know what I mean? But we have to throw the excuses, we have to throw the stories, we have to throw them into the, trash can, you know what I mean? Like you see all these self-help gurus and they like, well, if you just do this and you just do that. No, you look at yourself in the mirror and you say, all right, this is what I'm willing to do. This is what I need to do. I mean, trust me, I've been a screw up a few times in life, and at some point, you have to just tell yourself, hey, you know, either we gonna get this, either we gonna get this shit together, or we are not gonna get it together. You know what I mean? So you have to hold yourself accountable. Nobody's gonna be here to help. People will be there to help, but at the end of the day, you know, I can say, hey, buddy, let's go work out. But if you never get out the bed, then I'm not coming to drag you out of the bed to go work out. Like we're all adults. Like we all know what we need to do. And it's the same about this whole online business. It's like, all right, you want to produce content, shut up and produce content. And even I, the host of this show, every every week I joke around about the YouTube, and now at this point I'm tired of hearing myself talk about it. So I'm like, let's shut up and let's just start recording. So that's what we're gonna do. It's you know, it's not that difficult. You have to take the time, find some time and just do it, and that's what we all need to do. That's the only way we're all gonna get better at the things that we are doing. And there's a lot of things that's going on in the world. You think about this, the all I can't stands no more, and one of the reasons why that most of us are probably trying to, start a business for ourselves and work online is just look at the government. You know what I mean? Like one day you have Trump who's for, hey, I'm gonna, not tax the rich, Now you have Joe Biden and he's gonna tax, well, he says he's gonna tax a lot of people. But if you think about it, you know, all these taxings and not taxing, like Joe Biden, he's trying to do the right thing, but he's gonna, levy a high tax on different companies and everything, and they are going to take their jobs and probably move to like Mexico or or to Asian or to another continents, other countries, and so people are going to lose their jobs, and at the end of the day, and we all have to, you can't rely on the government, you can't rely on this person, you can't rely on that person. We have to take care of ourselves. And so this is why you and I, you come to the point, you come to the realization, you go, because you realize if you, especially if you're, in the age range I am. If you're younger, you might still have a little. Well, probably not anymore. I know when I was growing up, we had a more the more of a idealistic l- way to look at things. You thought, hey, if I worked hard, if I done the right things, then I would get rewarded. And it doesn't quite work that way, you know. And people now, kids now are definitely more advanced than what I was when I was 16. When I was 16, I didn't know anything about the world really. And I'm sure kids now probably they have the internet at the palm of their hand, so they definitely are more sophisticated and definitely more mature than what I was. But we have to, take care of ourselves. Nobody's gonna take care of you. So when you see the way the world is, and you can't dictate or you can't move around thinking, oh, the government is gonna take care of me, or oh, this person or this job or this company. No, when if you don't want to look back at your life and you're 65 and you go, man, they told me they was going to do this for me and that for me and it didn't quite work out. No, take take your own ball and put it in your hands. Don't rely on anybody else. It's like this guy was talking to me at work about 401k, and he's talking about how great it was and all that, and I said that's great and everything, but I can't depend on these people to, because these people will fire you at the drop of a hat. So I can I really depend on them to provide for me and my family for the next 40 years? No, I have to do that. Me and my wife, we have to do that. You can't depend on people. Those days are long gone. Those days are over with, and no job is gonna make you. No job is gonna make you financially, secure, financially wealthy. So, you know, you come to the point. There's a lot of different reasons why you want to start, an online business. And so you just figure that point out, and you just go from there. And after a while, it's if it's not successful, just take a deep look at what you're doing and see if you're, because if you're really making the effort and you're really, you know, doing what you're supposed to do, then things will start working out. Now, of course, as you well know, for some people it happens in 2 weeks, some people it happens in 2 years, some people it happens in 2 months. Every story is different. I'm not saying you're gonna have success as soon as you're like, I'm doing all the right things. No. But you know, in your heart of hearts if you're effing up or not. Like, hey, instead of me recording, I decided to watch the Avengers, back to back. Like that's 6 hours. You could have recorded something in those 6 hours, but you watched the Avengers. There's nothing wrong with watching the Avengers, but just own up to it, admit it, and go on about it. It's just like I wrote this story yesterday about why do we struggle, and one reason why we struggle is sometimes we just live in the story instead of just saying, "Hey, I, you know, instead of saying, "Hey, you know, I drank one Coke for lunch, so I'm not. Let me go back to drinking the water." Some people they're like, "Well, since I drank a Coke already, the dam was broken. Let me just drink 7 Cokes." No, drink one Coke. You say, "Okay, I drank this Coke. Boom, I'm done with it. Now I'm gonna go back to my water. I'm gonna go back to my diet. I'm gonna go back to my eating healthy." You know what I mean? The same thing. Same as this. You know, if one day, if you've been working hard, you've been, you've been working hard, and you say, you know what, today I'm just gonna, I want my brain to, I'm turning my brain off. I just want to watch TV. Then watch TV. Come back the next day and get back at it. Don't be one of these people who say, well, I'm gonna go weeks and weeks at a time. The less consistent you are, it's not gonna work if you're not consistent. So at the end of the day, when you tell yourself, I can't, all I can stand is I can't stand no more, take a good look at yourself in the mirror before you blame anybody or anything else. Because a lot of times it's on us. All right. It's not gray, it's black or white. You doing what you need to be doing, or you're not doing what you need to be doing. And you can always improve on it. And I'm not saying beat yourself up about it. Of course not. But there's always room to improve. I told my brother yesterday, I said, I got a goal this month. So, the goal, 10,000. Let's go. I know what I need to do. Got to start making these videos. Got to stop talking about it. Got to start yapping about it. Make the videos. more videos, more email. We emailed every day last month. We got to increase it, got to increase it. Got to do more. There's more to be done. And so for me, there's more to be done. For you, there's more to be done. And ladies and gentlemen, we will end the podcast on that note. All right. So we will be back tomorrow with the all new episode of Online Marketing Moves. And if you haven't already, tell your friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Listen, subscribe to the podcast. We do this on a daily basis. And um, if you haven't already subscribed, then what are you waiting on? But anyway, that's it. That's it for the podcast. We will be back tomorrow with a brand new episode. But until then, my name is Tony Rosano. Thank you for listening. And as always, everybody, peace.